Tag TV brings you daily news bulletin from India. Breaking news and views from India.
You're watching South Asia Newsline, and here are the top stories we are tracking for you on Thursday, the 28th of November. Priyanka Gandhi takes oath as MP, all three Gandhis in Parliament now. Nearly 1,000 held, many shot in Pakistan after pro-Imran Khan protests. And Rohingya refugees in Bangladesh call for early arrest of Myanmar military leader. And now for all the details. Carrying a copy of Constitution, India's main opposition leader Rahul Gandhi's sister Priyanka Gandhi on Thursday took oath as Member of Parliament in the lower house. With Priyanka Gandhi's victory for the first time in decades, all three members of the Nehru-Gandhi family are now in Parliament. Priyanka Gandhi won the Wayanad Lok Sabha seat with a huge margin in the recently concluded round of 5 polls. The seat was vacated by Rahul Gandhi, who previously represented Wayanad but shifted to Raebareli in Uttar Pradesh after being elected to the Lok Sabha from there during this year's general elections. Meanwhile, both the houses of the parliament were adjourned amid demand from members of the opposition for discussions on the US allegations of bribery against the Adani Group and violence in Manipur. The winter session commenced on 25th of November and will go on till 20th of December.
प्राथमिकता ये होगी कि देश के जो अहम मुद्दे हैं वो उठाएं और पार्टी के लिए लड़ूं, देश के लिए लड़ूं, यही रहेगा।
सिर्फ गांधी फैमिली की पूरी फैमिली अब पार्लियामेंट में पहुंच चुकी है। श्रीमती सोनिया गांधी जी राज्यसभा में हैं और राहुल गांधी जी माननीय और हमारे प्रियंका जी लोकसभा में आज उन्होंने शपथ ली है। तो पूरा परिवार जो है वो अब पूरा हो चुका है। तो मेरी ख्याल से अब उनको संतुष्टि भी होगी, खुशी भी होगी।
A Hindu outfit on Thursday held a massive protest rally against the arrest of Hindu monk Chinmoy Krishnadas in Bangladesh on multiple charges, including sedition. The protesters holding placards raised slogans against the atrocities being committed against minorities in Bangladesh. Das, associated with the ISKCON, faces sedition charges for allegedly disrespecting the national flag of Bangladesh during a rally in October. He was denied bail by a district court on Tuesday. India has condemned his arrest, expressing concern over attacks on Hindus and other minorities in Bangladesh. New Delhi urged that those responsible for the violence against minorities be brought to justice. In response, Bangladesh's foreign ministry has said that the government does not interfere in the judiciary's work and the matter was being dealt by a court of law. Moving on, Ali Amin Gandapur, a key aide of Pakistan's jailed former Prime Minister Imran Khan, on Wednesday said that hundreds of protesters were shot and thousands arrested during protests that roiled Pakistan's capital this week. Pakistani authorities have reportedly arrested nearly 1,000 supporters of Imran Khan who stormed the capital this week to demand his release. A senior police official has claimed that weapons, including automatic rifles and tear gas guns, were seized from the protest site where thousands had gathered. The site was cleared in a matter of hours. Khan's PTI party said that at least 6 people, including 4 paramilitary soldiers and 2 protesters, had been killed in the protests before the overnight clashes. Khan has been in jail for over a year now in multiple cases.
इन्होंने लोगों को गोलियां मारी। हमारे इस वक्त सैकड़ों लोग शहीद कर दिए गए। हमारे सैकड़ों लोगों को इस वक्त गोलियां लगी हुई हैं और जो बाकी जख्मी हैं उनका डाटा अभी आ रहा है और 14 का भी अभी आ रहा है। जो गिरफ्तार हुए हैं हजारों कारकुन उनका डाटा भी आ रहा है।
Moving on. Several parts of Sri Lanka have been inundated after heavy rain and strong winds battered the island nation over the past 2 days. Police said at least 8 people were missing after the tractor they were in was swept away by floodwater in an eastern part of the country, while one woman has died after being buried in a mudslide, according to the country's Disaster Management Center. A deep depression that formed over the Bay of Bengal is expected to intensify into a cyclonic storm and make landfall on island nation's east coast on Thursday, according to the Department of Meteorology. An official said the effects of the cyclonic storm are likely to ease off by Saturday.
අනෙක් කාරණේ තමයි මේක සුලිකුණාටුවක් වෙලා දිවෙනින් බැහැරට ගමන් කරන හින්දා ඉදිරි දින කීපේ විශේෂයෙන්ම හෙට ඒ කියන්නේ 29 30 වගේ වෙනකොට මේ තියෙන කාලගුණික තත්ත්වය ක්‍රමයෙන් අඩු වෙනවා. ඒ කියන්නේ ප්‍රමාණාත්මක ගතිය අඩුවීමක් තියෙනවා.
And refugees in Bangladesh have welcomed a decision by the prosecutor of the International Criminal Court to seek an arrest warrant for Myanmar's military leader Min Aung Hlaing for crimes against humanity in the alleged persecution of the Rohingya Muslim minority. 1 million Rohingya fled, mostly to neighboring Bangladesh, to escape a Myanmar military offensive launched in August 2017, a campaign that UN investigators have described as a textbook example of ethnic cleansing. Most refugees now live in squalor in camps in Bangladesh. Soldiers, police and Buddhist residents are alleged by UN investigators to have razed hundreds of villages in Myanmar's remote western Rakhine state, torturing residents as they fled, carrying out mass killings and gang rapes.
মানে আরা দেরি করলে আরা বেশি দুঃখ করে যাই যদি আল্লাহ বলি আরা বেশি কষ্ট মারে আসি দিয়ে আল্লাহ বলি আরা মানে যে দূর পারে হে দূর জলদি করি আল্লাহ বলি মানে আইসিসি প্রসিকিউটর কর্মীখানার আছে মানে বেশি আরজ করা যায়
আরা চাই আরা তাড়াতাড়ি জাস্টিস পাইপান আর তাড়াতাড়ি আরা দেশের মধ্যে আরা দাগি গেল জাস্টিস পাইতে দেরি অধ্যক্ষ বলি ওরে আরা তুন আসিয়ন্ত আজ 7 বছর পরে বিষয় গিয়ে গই আরা তোরি হইয়ে কে আমার একদম কষ্ট পাওয়ার
Moving on, the annual Rann Utsav festival has turned the barren white desert of India's Kutch into a vibrant cultural hub. The event, which will go on till February 28th, has not only boosted tourism but also provided significant economic opportunities for the local community. Take a look. The Rann of Kutch dazzles with its shimmering white salt desert, vibrant culture and breathtaking sunsets. Since its launch in 2005 by then Gujarat Chief Minister Narendra Modi, the annual Rann Utsav has breathed new life into the region, turning it into a global cultural wonderland. This celebration of art, tradition and nature fuels the economy, draws travelers from around the world and transforms the silent desert into a bustling hub of color, music and joy.
पूरे रण उत्सव में हर एक एरिया में आप जाओगे तो आपको कच्छ की एक छाप दिखेगी, कच्छ का कल्चर दिखेगा, कच्छ की आर्ट दिखेगी। कहीं से भी गेस्ट आए, साउथ इंडिया से आए, नॉर्थ से आए, वेस्ट से आए, बट उसको इस जगह में आके ज़रूर लगेगा कि हम कच्छ में आए हैं।
The tent city, the centerpiece of the Rann Utsav, attracted 7.42 lakh tourists last year, generating over rupees 6 crore for craft stalls and rupees 1.36 crore for food stalls. This year, 400 tents with 3-star amenities has been set up to host tourists till February 28th next year.
In 2023-24 Rann Utsav, there was a total of 7.42 lakh visitors coming there. So that would have, translated into lots of employment opportunities, direct or indirect. For example, as a tourist guide, as someone who's providing them accommodation, maybe someone who is providing them transportation. So many ways that the locals would have, benefited out of this event.
What began as a 3-day event has transformed the once barren white desert into the world's longest festival and a vibrant tourist hotspot, embodying the saying, "If you haven't seen Kutch, you haven't seen anything."
2001 में जब भूकंप आया था उसके बाद जो कच्छ की और भुज की जो हालत हुई थी, उसके बाद आज देखा जाए तो बहुत तरक्की और प्रगति हुई है। 80% से ज़्यादा जो इधर जो काम करते हैं सब इधर के लोकल रोजगार है, जो अंदर टेंट सिटी में जो भी अपनी सर्विस दे रहे हैं, जो भी अपना सर्विस में काम कर रहे हैं, वो लोकली है। 80% उनको रोजगार मिल रहा है और इतना अच्छा सुंदर बनाया है कि प्रदर्शन भी बाहर से लोग दूर से लोग देखने आ रहे हैं।
The influx of tourists to the Rann Utsav has benefited the local community, particularly artisans. The festival offers a global platform for Kutch's craftsmen to sell their creations, while Tent City hosts handloom and handicraft shops, creating employment opportunities. Cultural programs also provide a stage for local performers to showcase their talents.
और ये रण उत्सव लगने से ऐसा है कि सर यहाँ के लोग पहले बाहर नौकरी के लिए जाते थे, काम धंधे के लिए जाते, उसके लिए भी ये 4 महीने का हमको रोजगार मिल गया, उसके लिए 12 महीने का हमारा काम हो जाता है उसके अंदर सर। इसके लिए मोदी जी का हम खूब धन्यवाद मानते हैं कि उन्होंने इतना बड़ा इवेंट यहाँ पे खड़ा करवाया।
The Rann Utsav, held annually in Kutch's White Desert, has become a major tourist attraction and a vital income source for the local community. It has created numerous job opportunities, with camel and horse owners guiding tourists through the desert and remote areas, improving their livelihoods and economic conditions. That's all in tonight's edition. We will see you same time tomorrow. Good night.
Tag TV brings you daily news bulletin from India. Breaking news and views from India.